Liz Truss, why do we need in this country the Popular Conservatives?
Well, we've had a Conservative government for 14 years and we've achieved many things, including Brexit, trade deals, keeping Jeremy Corbyn out of office. But one of the problems we have is, though we've got a Conservative government, what we're seeing in our schools, in our universities, in our corporate sector is the spreading of WOKERY, of left-wing ideas. And what PopCon is about combating that. Because the people of Britain want us to deal with the real issues. Immigration's too high, the government's too big, taxes are too high. But what we constantly hear is the left. So PopCon is about challenging that. It's about challenging the left-wing orthodoxy and making it positive to be a Conservative.
So has your government lost its way then? That's why you need it?
We need a grassroots movement. That's what this is about. It's about making sure that the environment is positive for conservatism, so that people feel empowered to talk about being a Conservative and it becomes a positive thing in society. Because I believe that Conservative solutions are right solutions. I know from talking on the doorstep to residents in Norfolk, that's what they want. They want us to deliver Conservative policies. They know that a man is a man and a woman is a woman. But what we need is a grassroots movement to challenge that left-wing ideology.
But the Tory government can't say that. Now, why is that? That's a kind of an issue for a party being in charge for 14 years.
Well, as I've said, we've done great things as a government, but what this is about the long term. It's about influencing society. Because it's not just about what the government does, it's also about what happens in our corporations, what happens in our schools. Yeah. And for that, you can't just tell people what to do from government. You actually need to influence the debate. And you need to make it a positive thing to be a Conservative.
Have you briefed the government or Party HQ about the movement?
Well, everything we're doing is very, very public. Mark Littlewood, who's leading the movement, wrote an article saying what it's about. I've been very open about my Conservative values for years and years and years. And what we want is we want other people to join us.
So it's helpful, is it, for Rishi Sunak? And how would you feel if you were in number 10 and your predecessor established a new group called Popular Conservatism?
Well, what I found when I was in number 10 and when I was a minister is that although we wanted to achieve policy goals, like reducing immigration, like cutting taxes, too often the bureaucracy was against us. Too often there were external forces that were against us. So what we need to do is actually change the bureaucracy.
Change the mood music.
And we need to, the mood music, the weather, but also we need to restore the importance of Parliament. We need to restore the importance of democratic decision making, because there is too much decision making being made by people who aren't accountable. You know, we saw that on the post office scandal. We've seen it with the Environment Agency, the OBR. So this is about returning the decision making to politicians, because ultimately politicians can be voted out. If people don't like what politicians do, they've got a choice at the ballot box, whereas if it's one of these unaccountable bodies, how on earth do we change things? And that's what we're saying today.
Do you worry how it looks? Is it necessary because there's not many authentic right-wingers at the top of government now? Is that why you need this new group?
We're a grassroots movement, so this is all about making the Conservative argument across the country. And I think, to be frank, Conservatives have been on the back foot for some time in making those arguments. It's not about the government, it's about society, it's about the Conservative Party, it's about where we go from here. But to my mind, the values that people in Britain believe in need to be reflected more in our public discourse.
And just finally, will you be feeding into the Tory manifesto in the upcoming election?
Absolutely. I mean, part of what we want to do today is to get these ideas adopted in the Conservative manifesto, because it's not enough just to change our policies. It's not enough just to say we want to cut immigration, we want to cut taxes. We need to show people how we're going to do it. And in order to do that, we do need to change the bureaucracy. We do need to empower government and politicians to be able to deliver.